Próbujemy dostać się do statku. Człowieka, którego przygnięliśmy naszą kapsułą.
What in the blazes? Where'd you come from?
Talk to the lieutenant. She's certified in customer service.
Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about. Really? How is he? Of course I am. I'm a superior op. Just you watch. I just, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs, son. You think? Most marauders can't even talk. The criminals do it.
Here we go.
Właśnie ich napuściłem do ataku. Poprzez kłamstwo.
Turn to find bonus.
Zanim gdy podejdzie, spróbuję wsiąść do statku.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Marauder, please be informed that ignoring me is dangerous for your health. All doors are on security lockdown. Nice try, Marauder. Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Please submit yourself to the authorities. Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction. Jettison procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Preparing to eject all horned parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment.
Ale jajca.
This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne. I deduce from the tone of your voice that Captain Hawthorne failed to meet you at the designated location. I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand? I understand. You are speaking metaphorically. You wandered outside this ship and experienced a permanent, life-changing encounter. The old you is dead. Welcome back, Captain Hawthorne. I extend felicitations and congratulations on your life-changing experience. I understand. You are going undercover with an alias. I will update my discretion protocol accordingly. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced. Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand? It is difficult for me to do so. I am programmed to accept commands from Captain Alex Hawthorne, after all. Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
Inteligentny statek. Nie pakuję w atak punktów ani w walkę, tylko w rozmowę i takie rzeczy.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay. Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Będę się starał w tej grze nie stawiać właśnie na walkę, tylko na rozmowę i skradanie ewentualnie. Graficznie średnio to wygląda u mnie na komputerze, nie wiem dlaczego. O, myślałem, że tylko on tu jest. No, muszę pistolet wziąć. Zdaje się, to dziad. Chciał być miły. Nie zabijać. Jak ubiorę ich ubranie? Ciekawe, czy mnie będą atakować. Zobaczymy. Chyba nie są maruderzy, więc się z powrotem przebiorę na wszelki wypadek. zaatakowali.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from? Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory, friend. You talk too pretty for a marauder. Most of them just grunt and yell. Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices. And being vigilant. Don't want to get blindsided by some corpse-chewing marauder come stalking out the shadows. I am employed by the Retirement Department of Spacer's Choice. That's fancy talk for working in the cemetery. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family. Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer? Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see? Quotas, mostly. Got a backlog of graves to fill. Bodies won't bury themselves, you know? 4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little. Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene. We don't believe in free anything here. I'm Conrad. You will report to me. You will also report to me. Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. As broke as pie crust, friend, I simply cannot afford it. I am... Thank you, no. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay. And that I fully expect to have my... Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right as... Not a bad idea. But I'd need some... Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. Much obliged. What do you think you're doing? Do what you want. I guess. What can I do for you? Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor? I am a Spacer's Choice.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early You some sort of wandering alienist? Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. Sounds like he's already told you. I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. It's plague. Has to be. Silas. I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see a way to freelancing for me... There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. I need you to break in.
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy. Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town. How do I put this gently? I probably shouldn't tell you. All right. Here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a... I'm paid better than Abernathy. Whatever he... That's all I can ask of you.
Don't make me report you to Mr. Thompson.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy. Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. I could do with a... Law requires delinquent gravesite. Shame, though. Eugene woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon did. Eugene wasn't... Yeah, I was the closest living person. Suicide's a crime. The legal... First of all, that's a horrible thing to say. When one of your workers commits a crime, in other words, Edgewater would have been penalized. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair...
What can I do for you?
Dawaj pieniędzy.
A ship? Dear me. You seem to... I don't approve of fantasizing. Vicar Maximilian. You'll find him in our local church. He doesn't seem to like us much. Go ahead. The plague's come at us with a vengeance this year. I wouldn't call them good workers, mind you. Company policy, friend. We don't have... Mr. Thompson's brainchild. Have you met him yet? Thought...
Żyje? Nie żyje? Ważne, że zapłacił.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioned. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. Oh. I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold. That's right. That's what I've been saying. Auto-mechanicals. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging... Go on. You ever seen the way a mechanical just stands there? Just looking at you? Mechanicals have been programmed. First they will rob us of our job. I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Mechanical repellent. A stroke of inspiration from the law.
No i pięknie. Nakłamałem i zrobiłem misję.
Fancy threads. That some kind of hibernation suit? You run into any trouble? Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to. And I'll buy you a drink sometime. Suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another. Abernathy was sick? With the plague? That's disgusting. I shook hands with the guy. What? No. If I knew he was sick, I would have had him reported. I needed his fees because of his name. A, for Abernathy. He was at the top of my list, you see? Yeah? The colony ship? Are you talking about that old rumor? Some great big starship packed full of Ain't heard that one since I was but a stripling. Can't say it was...